Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to AgeCamp 2016. You all came.
We did.
I'm amazed. This is one of these ideas I had, and I thought, well, nobody's ever going to come to that, but they have. So good morning, and thank you. Welcome to Halifax, if you've not been to Halifax before. Welcome to the Shea Stadium. And hello to everybody watching on the internet. The hordes watching on the internet. I'm John Popham. I sort of organised this with a little bit of help from a few people. And just to start off, first I'll start with a bit of domestics. We don't think there's any kind of fire drill planned for today. So if a fire alarm does go off, it'll be the real thing. And the thing is just to follow the green signs. There's some there and some there. Don't use the lifts. Go down the stairs and assemble outside in the car park. But hopefully that's not going to happen. And the other thing is, if you haven't found the toilets, you walk past them as you came in. They're just out on that corridor on the left-hand side from here. And just to say that throughout the day, we've got this room to ourselves, and we've also got the director's lounge, which is the next room out the door to the left. That room's about a third of the size of this one. And our plan is during the day to run breakout sessions in this room and in the next door room. And that leads me on to the theme of today, really, which is older people, how we make older people's lives better. And the idea of today is we're all going to put our heads together and solve some problems and some issues. This is an unconference. If you've never been to an unconference before, it's a bit scary, really. There is no agenda. Except there will be an agenda in a minute. There's a blank grid up here. And what we're going to do shortly is that people are going to come up and pitch ideas that they want to run sessions on. And if, providing there's more than... Actually, if nobody wants to do it, if they're the only one, they can run that session on their own. Quite happy about that. But hopefully nobody will end up running a session on their own. We've got 16 places to fill the grid. If there are more than 16 sessions, we can make more spaces on the grid. We've got a bit of room. We can go out on the pitch if you really want to. It's not very warm, but anyway. So, and the other thing about an unconference is the law of 2 feet applies. So if you go to a session and you think it's not meeting your needs, we're very pleased for you to get up and walk out of it and walk into another session. The people running that session will not be offended, I promise you. If they are, they can come and see me. So the idea is you need to get something out today. So just a little bit about the format. It's just after 10:30 now. Apologies to those of you who thought we were starting formal proceedings at 10 o'clock. The idea of you coming here at 10 o'clock was to talk to each other, and a lot that's been going on. What we're going to do now is, in a few minutes, we're going to have a word from some of our sponsors, and then we're going to do the pitching for sessions. And the formal sessions will start at 11:15. Each session lasts an hour, although there will be a little bit to and fro in between, obviously moving from one session to another. We've got 4 sessions of an hour each, and there'll be 4 sessions running at a time. Lunch will be at 1:15 for 45 minutes. And then, and I know the information we sent to you said that we would be finishing at 4 o'clock. So you're very, very free to leave at 4 o'clock. But because when I was juggling around the timings, I thought actually if people leave at 4 o'clock, that doesn't really work. There is a feedback session in at 4 till 4:30. Now, you don't have to come to that. If you've got trains to catch, taxis booked, whatever, then please feel free to leave at 4 o'clock. But for those of you who want to stay around and talk about how we put these ideas into practice that we've talked about today, there'll be a session at 4 till 4:30. And then, for some people, the most important session of the day, which again is purely voluntary, 4:30 we'll go to the pub. And I think we're planning to go to the 3 Pigeons pub, which is just round the corner. So that's a really important part of today. But the thing about today is it's very informal. You know, if you don't want to go to a session, you're quite happy. You don't have to go to any sessions. If you want to run your own session, you've had an idea, that's fine. But we really do hope this is the first time anybody's done this on a national basis. One thing I do have to say is that we've had word that a train with some people coming here from London, so people do come out of London occasionally, has been diverted via York. So some of those people who are from London. So we can do all the really good business before the London people arrive. I hope they're not watching this on their train.
get the Virgin Trains Wi-Fi to work, and that's